another episode of Late Night Lockdown with me, your host, Nick Gibbons. That's right, kids, we're doing it again. But before we get to our amazing guests, we have to trudge through these jokes. I know you don't love it, but we have to do it. Now, I want to say right up here at the top of the show that I am sick and tired of these news websites. It is just the same thing over and over again. It is overkill. I mean, just take a look at CNN's site right now. And it didn't stop there. Take a look at USA Today's site. I gotta hand it to Fox News. At least they're bucking the trend. They don't have time to bother around with all this boring pandemic stuff. Way to go, guys. Now, I saw that a bride gave her fiance as a present on their wedding day a pair of those glasses that corrects your color blindness. It was a beautiful moment when he put the glasses on. He looked at his bride and he was horrified to see that she was trying to pull off a Charlotte Tilbury instant eye palette in Pillow Talk when she's very obviously a morph icy fantasy palette type of gal. He called off the wedding instantly. I saw that a tiger apparently in the New York City Zoo has tested positive for coronavirus. Now, when this news broke, Tony the Tiger released a statement and he said, "That's gruesome." Thanks, Tony. Now, those are the jokes. I made them quick this time because we got an action-packed show this week. It's going to be amazing. Our guest tonight is a longtime friend of mine. I've worked with and for this man for many, many years. You know him as one of the creative forces behind Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Squidbillies, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, and many, many others. That's right, I am talking to the wonderfully talented Mr. Dave Willis. Let's go over here to the talking zone. All right, guys, we are here with my first and only guest for this show. You may know him from Adult Swim's shows such as Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, Squidbillies, and oh so many more. My good buddy, Dave Willis, everybody. Hi, Dave. Wow, man, you're really you're the best one so far. No one is willing to get that close.
Do I look like I got a shrunken head if I do this?
Yeah, my mom was saying that it looks like the thing from Beetlejuice when he's in the afterlife. That's right. How are you doing, sir? You holding up?
Super as I get closer. Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, I could stay inside for a year, standing on my head.
Some of us are taking it better than others. I've really realized how much I don't like going into work every day.
And I think the worst thing for me is just overreading about this and just getting overly anxious. And I started jogging for the first time in 10 years, and I'm just running every day just to see if I can outrun my anxiety. And
do you get a little further every day? You get a little further away from the house every day and think, maybe if I just don't turn around.
Look, I'm not going to get my doctorate in epidemiology anytime soon, but I do feel like I still think I've read probably more than average.
How long have you been at Adult Swim? You've been there for a long time.
Well, I mean, I left the company officially 5 years ago, but I've been making stuff for Adult Swim since before it was Adult Swim. I got hired there in '95 as a PA on Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and was very fortunate to work with all the guys that started that show. Lazo and Keith and Matt Harrigan and Matt Valero and Pete Smith and Chip Duffy, Andy Merrill, Jim Fortier, just a murderer's row, very funny people. And worked on that predominantly with Malero during those last few years, and then we pitched Aqua Teen in, I guess, '99, and started making Aqua Teen when Adult Swim came around, and then started with Squidbillies with Jim somewhere in the mid-2000s, and Chris Kelly and I did, and are still doing Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
Yeah.
We have another extension of that. I'm not allowed to say, I don't think, just yet.
Okay.
But,
keep your mouth shut, young man. I'll just edit it out if you accidentally slip.
Not like we could shoot it anyway.
Yeah, I know. We should do it all on, like this. Just do the whole show on Skype. We'll get robots dressed as the demons and put iPads on their heads like this.
I hate it for so much of the film industry down here in Atlanta, but I will say that I've been very fortunate that, you can't do it as fast, but you can still make cartoons under threat of quarantine. So
that's right. It seems like the animation studio has just been hit with a scatter bomb, and everyone's in different places, but they're still doing the work, which is good.
We're hard at work every day on Squidbillies,
Yeah.
We're just doing it from different places, and the studio is doing it from different places too, but we do it via Zoom, and
boy, how would you like to have a little Zoom stock in your portfolio right about now? I think that'd be pretty healthy. Well, I guess the whole stock market's tanking, so it doesn't really matter.
Gold bars.
Yeah, try to have a stockpile of gold bars in the other room that we sleep on at night, and a shotgun beside it.
A gold bar that you're going to have to pummel that drifter for.
Instead of this homeschooling business, I think I should start teaching them, life skills, like how to siphon gas out of a car with a water hose, that sort of thing.
How to choke someone's windpipe.
Yeah. These are the points on a human body that are most vulnerable.
It's occurred to me that there's a chance this could descend into some legit chaos.
What else have you done to keep yourself busy and mind occupied and body occupied? Anything?
No, not really. I mean, the running, I stopped running and then I picked this back up, and that's sort of like, I don't know, I'm probably more scheduled than I probably ever have been, and we sort of created a activity night, and I was like, yeah, maybe that's the silver lining to this, is I probably spent more time with the family than doing stupid shit, and fun stuff that, maybe we would not otherwise. I mean, the other night we just moved all the furniture out of the middle of the room and just balled up my socks and just set up the doorways as goals and played softball. It was something we did when the kids were like 2 and 3, and now they're 14 and 15. And it was really fun for like 30 seconds until there was a dispute and my daughter kicked my son in the ribs. But I mean, with the exception of the whole threat of potential martial law and the economy completely going down the tubes, it's been nice. I'm
going to give you a little secret here, and don't tell anybody, but the only reason I'm doing this is so that I can get all my friends away from their family for at least 30 minutes, because I think they'll thank me for it later, I keep eyeballing all my family, and I'm thinking, which one of these motherfuckers is going to go shining on me first?
I think I'm probably the pain in everyone's ass over here, so...
They're going to turn on you?
Maybe so. Maybe so. They always say my voice cuts through walls. They're really sick of it. Yesterday I shot something, I don't know if it's worth it. Apparently there's just a mountain of terrible quarantine content out there. But
Hush. Don't say that out loud.
Sorry. But I had this Carl and this meatwad puppet from when we did a tour on Aqua Teen many years ago, and I shot a bunch of stuff. Really just had my son direct, and he's going to edit it. We'll see how it comes out. Carl and meatwad in lockdown together.
Oh, nice.
Carl's basically telling meatwad, you got to make sure every surface is germ-free. That's why you got to lick everything. If you ain't got a mask out in public, don't worry about that. Just get near the nearest woman and just motorboat her until June at least. Well, let's flatten the curve.
Yeah, I kind of was wondering if all the cats at work were the creative cats at work were gonna start going a little stir crazy and start making some terrible content. I was the first to jump on that grenade, I think. I was thinking about this right before I started the interview, and I was putting this stupid suit on. I was like, I could be in my pajama bottoms right now with no shirt. I don't know. It's fun. I think it's keeping me from going nuts, which is good. It's the goal.
So.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I'm like, what's the type of show I could pitch to ESPN that doesn't involve sports?
Yeah.
I love baseball, but I mean, who knows if we're going to see it this year? But ESPN had axe throwing.
I don't know a lot about sports. You know this about me. How long is a ping pong table? Is it at least 6 feet?
Oh yeah, I would think 8.
Well then you got it. That's your go-to right there. You're social distancing. You're 6 feet apart. A lot of ping pong tournaments.
Well, ESPN apparently they were negotiating with the NBA to have NBA All-Stars play games of horse.
I am under the impression, and it's another reason I did this, because I had this thought the other day. People will watch anything right now. I think they just want to sit on their couch and consume media.
Has your internet speed gone down?
Oh yeah, significantly. You know, we do that's our streaming show. We do As Seen on out of my house, and I'm supposed to be getting 300 or whatever gigaboogles, but I was getting 7 the other day. I did a speed test, and I'm like, that's not good.
Weirdly, my price hasn't changed.
What's something not COVID-19 related that that's been on your mind, or are you working on anything new that you can't? Usually don't want to talk about something in the early stages, but
yeah, I got a couple of things. A buddy of mine has written this. Joe Randazzo has written this. He's been contracted to write this podcast that's kind of like it's a redneck Blade Runner type of thing.
Yeah.
That I'm going to do a voice on, and I'm thrilled about that, because now he's cranking out scripts, and I'll be able to record those, and he'll be able to do that. And we got a couple little irons in the fire. I got a little project with Henry Zabrowski. Yeah, he and I sold a little thing, and we're writing on that. And I think now might be the time to write that shitty screenplay.
Yeah.
About the centaur that I have.
Oh, you won't. He will not stop talking about this screenplay. I can't count on my hands and toes how many times you talk about this goddamn thing. I wish you would just write it and get it over with. Just do a vomit draft at least.
And I'm excited about cleaning my basement.
If anything, by the end of this, if everyone's house isn't spotless, you lose. You lose the pandemic.
I found these. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Is that something you drew today?
Yeah, that's something I was working on last night.
What?
This is Dino Wolf.
Dino Wolf.
He was bitten by a vegetarian dinosaur, because not used to biting meat, and became Dino Wolf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a close-up of Dino Wolf.
When does this drop on Adult Swim?
Oh no, I sold it to Fox.
Okay, well that's where the money is. We all know that.
I would like to make a plug. Can I make a plug?
Oh, I'd love for you to make a plug, of course.
This is a website I'm working at. I worked on with another fella. This is really for Georgia people only, but it's called Virtual Tip Jar.
Oh yeah.
And the web address is virtualtipjar.wixsite.com. There's a guy, William Perry, who designed this very cheap-ass site. He did a great job with it, but it's basically like a Google Doc of local bartenders and servers who are getting their ass handed to them. You can go on there and you can Venmo or PayPal or Cash App. If you're so inclined, think about what you might spend on a lunch or a dinner and kick it over to some waiters and waitresses.
That's great. Is there I gotta ask one last just silly question before we tie this into a bow. When you're out and about and you get introduced to people, what is the most requested voice of yours? You do a lot of amazing voice work. Who do you get requested to do the voice of more often, do you think?
The Meatwad voice just comes out whenever I see like a baby or a cat, a little kitten. I'm like, oh, little girl, how you doing, little girl? You want me to scratch your belly? You know, and then people like back away. They're like, one time, many years ago, I went to see. I went and saw this, and it was kind of an arena type rock show, and I don't get recognized very often. But unfortunately, that particular night, my wife was like, "Hey, you want some Thai food?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, let's order from this brand new takeout Thai place. They do Thai and Mexican. It's like Chico and Chang is what it was called." And I was like, "Yeah, this looks kind of not great, but sure, we'll try this." Well, so now I'm going to the concert, and I'm like starting to feel a little ill, and I had a bottle of water, and then I ran to the bathroom in the arena and just painted the wall with this water, and was on the ground in front of a toilet, and and all these kids are like, "Oh, Dad doesn't know how to party," and I couldn't even go to the show. I just had to sit outside on the steps. That particular night, I had a guy that recognized me and that wanted me to do a Carl message for his voicemail, and I was like, white as a sheet, which is only slightly whiter than I am regularly, but I was like, "All right, give me the phone." And I was like, "Oh, this is Carl. What's your name?" "Jeff." "Jeff ain't here right now. Leave a message." I didn't put any effort into it.
Yeah.
The guy was like, oh shit, it didn't take, man. Do you mind doing it again?
You know, they say don't meet your heroes, and I think that guy learned his lesson.
Well, that was like, man, of all the times, dude. I've had the worst food poisoning in my life. But yeah, I love doing that stuff. I thought about doing like a cameo if I could if I could get the money to some charity or something. But I liked how Ted Travels did Trumpet Cake. He did a bunch of them for the LA Food Bank, which I thought was really cool. He does this weird Pharaoh. You ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
Check it out.
Thanks so much for joining me on this, whatever this is, this late night talk show.
All right. Well, thanks, Nick.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Have a great pandemic, and I will talk to you probably at some point in the future.
I will see you February 2021.
We'll be back right after this.
If you're like me, you've got a busy schedule. Kids, work, and trying to keep an active social calendar can really start to wear on you.
6 out of 10 people are affected.
I just don't know what to do about it anymore. I know there are options out there, but how do I know what's right for me?
Over 59% of the test subjects agree.
I'm a doctor.
Results may vary. Find the solution to your problem.
Don't let
The answer
Medicine,
life
748.
for me.
every day.
Talk to your physician.
Hello and welcome back to the show. Now, we thought we would try to get the everyman's perspective on this coronavirus. So we sent our #1 reporter out on the streets to talk to you. Here is Nick Gibbons with Man on the Street. Take it away, Nick. Thanks, Nick. Here we are down live on the streets of downtown Decatur, Georgia, where I live. We're looking for some folks to talk about the lockdown, the coronavirus, everything that's going on right now. A little man on the street. So let's take it away. Kind of didn't think this through, that there might not be a lot of people actually outside right now. Probably a good thing. How are you doing? Stay there. Are you doing okay? Good. Stay safe out there. Don't get too close to anyone. It's a little scary, but I think George Romero would love this. He could shoot some of his movies for so much cheaper because it's very expensive to shut down an entire city. I think some filmmakers, some resourceful filmmakers should take advantage of this, hop on their cameras, wear gloves and a mask, but come out and shoot some zombie apocalypse stuff out here because there is nobody around. You're practicing social distancing. Okay, you're okay. Okay, good, that's good. It's good to have someone to party with during the quarantine. Folks, I have noticed one thing while I've been out here on the streets of Decatur, Georgia. If there's one thing that's more important than surviving a pandemic, it is, of course, getting that new iPhone 12. Are you washing your hands? Good to hear. Keep safe out there. Responsible people is all I'm finding. They're keeping safe. They're keeping their distance. They're washing their hands. That's what you have to do out there, folks. I'm going to go eat some garbage to help build up my immunity system real quick out of this dumpster over here, because that's another thing you got to do. They don't say that. You don't see Gamjay Guptev, or whatever his name is, telling you how to bolster your immunity system. You got to go eat garbage out of dumpster. So let's go do that real quick. Ma'am, how you holding up? Please stay away.
Having a great time.
Very good, very good. Another responsible citizen not coming. A lot of people want to be on TV. When they see someone with a camera, they run at them. But people these days are being very good and very responsible. It's good to see that kind of commitment to survival. Luckily or unluckily, I couldn't find very many people to interview today, so I'm going to cut the Man on the Street segment short. I'm going to send it back to you in the studio house. Gibbons, take it away. Thank you so much, Nick. We are back in the studio. You know, it's great that we have such brave and fearless reporters to face the dangerous world out there. And I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here where I say they're pretty attractive too. Not bad on the eyes, if you will. Now, we have an amazing treat for all of you out there. He's a singer. You may have seen him on America's Got Talent, where he wowed Simon, just blew him out of his socks. And that is hard to do. So let's hear it for our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, from Puddles Pity Party. Puddles, everybody. Let's go, Puddles.
That's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love, forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, life's a crying shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I've listened to preachers, I listen to fools. I've watched all the dropouts who make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it, and you live the role. Mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I know you think there's something wrong with me. You better listen to my words. As of the Cold War, that's what we become. Inheriting trouble, I'm mentally numb. Crazy, I just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair.
Nice job, Puddles. Let's hear it for Puddles, everybody. A wonderful songstress. He can really carry a tune, and it's an honor to have him on the show. I hope everyone enjoyed the show this time. Please continue to watch. We will have another episode coming up soon. If you like it, please share with your friends, press the like button, do all the things you know you're supposed to do, and we'll definitely give you points in heaven. Thanks a lot for joining me. We will see you soon, everyone. Goodbye.